volunteering at an event with the Special Care Dentistry Association. I believe it's a crown to go over an implant. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I figured I would start off here because I'm about to go on a little walk, so I love to get clips of Ann Arbor to show you guys, so that's what we're going to start off with. And then I'm assisting today at 2. There is an exam for respiratory system, our final actually, that is 50% of our grade on Friday, and then nothing really going on Wednesday. I just get to study, and Thursday before the exam I'm pretty much just studying, except I'm also doing a volunteering event. If you watched the last video, you would know that I am volunteering at an event with the Special Care Dentistry Association for individuals with special health care needs, mostly autism, that are unfamiliar with the dentist or uncomfortable at the dentist, and the event is around the idea of desensitization, so exposing them to dental hygiene techniques, patient education, and also just getting them familiar and comfortable with what a dentist looks like, being in the mask and the goggles and the white coat, so that they are hopefully more comfortable when they do visit their own dentist. But that's kind of the outlook for this vlog. It is so warm in Ann Arbor, so it's perfect for these little tank tops that I showed in another video. I will link them below. They're just from Amazon. I have it in green and also one in pink, and then I'm just wearing some joggers from Lululemon that are super comfy. My same Adidas hoops that I wear pretty much every day, just as my general like walking, hanging out sneaker. So let's get on our walk. Dark in here. As I mentioned, it's really hot outside, so we keep the blinds closed to try to preserve some form of cooling in here, but it's just toasty and we don't have central AC, so struggles. And my fan in my bedroom broke, so I'm a little sad about that. I think I'm gonna go and buy a new one tomorrow from Walmart probably, but we have like an AC unit over there, but other than that, it doesn't really like spread throughout the whole apartment, if that makes sense. But as I just showed you, I'm studying for our respiratory midterm. That clip got cut off, but I was watching a Zoom for my behavioral science class as extra credit about LGBTQ plus health and how that's going to affect our treatment care of our patients and extra considerations that we should be making for their health. But I wanted to quickly show you guys what I've kind of been doing, and then I'm gonna leave here in like 10 minutes to go assist. I'm assisting my friend who is a D4 on, I believe it's a crown to go over an implant for an implant case. I don't know if we're doing just like impressions or if the crown is already fabricated and we're doing crown delivery. I'm not fully sure, but it's something to do with the crown for the abutment of the implant. So as you saw, I went for a walk earlier. So I was listening to my podcast then, and I also made the thumbnail first thing this morning, and Amanda and I did this assignment for my perio class already, and I did all the surveys. So when I come back tonight, I have to do this assignment that's due, I think, tomorrow perhaps, and then I also need to continue studying for respiratory. I was studying for respiratory earlier. I have like 50 pages left to read and review in the study guide, so making some progress of like 75. And this farm assignment hopefully won't take me too long. I can reach out to classmates to kind of double check things if there's parts that I missed that they got correct, if that makes sense. It's basically the final version of the ones that we submit every week, and they give you feedback and are like, change this, update this, where did you find this? So you just kind of address their comments and then submit a final version, so it shouldn't be too bad. But so I'm gonna leave in a couple minutes to assist, and I'll talk to you all later. So it is 11:45 right now on Wednesday. I woke up pretty early this morning. I had to drive my roommate over to another girl's house because they're going to the airport because they're going to the Academy of General Dentistry conference in Dallas, Texas. I am very jealous. I wish I could go, but they're on the exec board, so their trips are paid for, so they're having a good time there. But then I took another probably like hour of sleep, and I was just kind of showering and getting everything together. I did a little bit more of that study guide. I'm on, let's see what lecture. I just feel like I have a lot to recap for you guys, but let me see what lecture I'm on. I'm on lecture 11 of like 18. So I have 7 more lectures to review on the study guide, and then I'm also gonna rewatch our case study because there's gonna be a lot of questions. 18 of our 60 questions are related to COPD and asthma, and that's what the case study was on. So I'll probably rewatch that lecture and then also rewatch that case study later. But like I was saying, I was studying earlier, and then around 10:30, 10:45, I started a podcast recording with a guest. He is the CEO of a software company called Dental Stores. It like blows my mind. I think it's the coolest thing, and it's actually a lot more common in practices than I realized. Just the practices that I've shadowed at don't use this service, but there's a ton of practices that do, because I was searching like offices in Michigan and just like looking through what offices use their program, and I'm sure many offices use that type of service just through another company or manage it themselves. But getting her onto what it is, basically they offer a few things. They're an e-commerce platform, so as a dentist or the hygienist, you can say, you know, I think you would really benefit from this water pick, or from this specific brushing system, or this kind of floss, or this aftercare for your implants, or even ordering Invisalign. Or you can go in and add to cart implant consult, add to cart whitening, and then schedule your appointment right on there. So that's like so relevant and cool for what people our age and up and coming like to do anyways. We love online things, we love online shopping, so I think that's a great idea. But aside from that, they also are a platform where you can create your in-house membership plan or savings plan. So this is a way that you can basically be subscribed to your dentist rather than using dental insurance. So this is for people that don't have dental insurance. It's a savings plan that by kind of bundling services together, you're able to get this many bite wings a year, this many cleanings, a free exam, free consult, 20% off of these treatments, 10% off of these treatments, and you're saving money. And some people are even opting out of their dental insurance through their employers if they have the option, and then using these subscription plans or membership plans. Or people are just choosing not to use their insurance and using these membership plans because they're saving money in the end. So I really think this is kind of the future of where dentistry is going, and it's not even the future, it's the present, it's happening. This is what people like. People like to be kind of in control and do things when they want. People like the convenience of having something that they need delivered right to them, right from the dentist recommendation. It's just a really great way to build a good relationship with your patients and have these recommendations for products and things coming from a clinician rather than some like random influencer on Instagram or something. And it gives you that same ease of doing things on your phone, online, but it's through a clinician. So it's a lot better for the patient's health, and then also obviously for the dentist. And he said this is the biggest thing that dentists seem to comment about why they love using this and using the membership plan and the e-commerce is because patients come in and they get a recommendation for something and they go home and they use it when it gets delivered right to them, and they're so excited to come back for their next appointment and be like, look, like this changed the game for me. I don't have this pain, I don't have this discomfort, I don't have this inflammation, or my teeth look so much better, or whatever it may be. And they're just so excited to like come to the dentist and see the dentist. And also obviously with it being a subscription, kind of like a Netflix or a Spotify or a Costco, like you are kind of now tied to that dentist. Obviously you can not resubscribe to your plan, but it really builds that connection that like this is your person, this is your hub, this is your dental home for your dental oral care needs, for your dental products, for your dental exams, for any procedures that you need. It makes it more affordable and more accessible. So I just think it's awesome. But that episode with him will be up on July 5th, so the Monday right after the 4th of July, if you want to listen. And I mentioned Paul Goodman from Dental Nachos. That's how I got connected with Tom from Dental Stores, so I was really happy that I got that connection. But Paul Goodman from Dental Nachos, his episode will be up the week before that, so the end of June. So feel free to check either of those out. I don't know if this video will be up before or after that. Hard to say, but it is June 9th for your own context. The rest of the day though, I'm just about to go make some lunch, I think, since it's almost noon. Then I'm going to continue studying, like I said, and also watch some of those lectures in the case study that I think is going to be the most helpful, because a lot of this other stuff, memorizing facts about bacteria and pathogens, versus the things that I think I'll struggle with the most are more the connecting of concepts and just kind of being in the professor's head when they're writing a question to understand what they're getting at. The questions where you need to kind of like diagnose a case. Those are the ones that I have the hardest time with, that aren't just like facts. Of course, it's applying knowledge. Of course, it's harder, but that's the things that get me. So I think that by reviewing the case study and kind of reviewing how concepts connect for like upper and lower respiratory tract infections as a whole, hopefully I can do better. I guess if you're wondering what the exam's on, so we have bacterial and fungal infections, viral pathogens, cystic fibrosis, diagnosis, pulmonary hypertension, pulmonary vascular disease, COVID-19, obviously, because that can cause respiratory distress syndrome and a bunch of other longer lasting respiratory effects, and then COPD and asthma, like I said, and then neoplasia, which is presence of cancer. And specifically in our case, we were talking about lung cancer, a lot of smoking and other pollutants and exposures that can lead to lung cancer. So, like I said, I'm going to be studying the rest of the day. This was a long clip, but I think it's all very interesting. If I was pre-dental, I would love to be learning about this, or even if someone at another dental school had cool things to share about what they're learning, or definitely anything related to like having the best dental practice possible for your patients and for you and your own happiness and the reward and satisfaction that you get out of work. I would love to always hear about that. So if any of you have any really cool things that you want to share with me, please send me a message on Instagram. But for now, we're going to have a study day, and I don't know how much I'll film tomorrow because I'll literally just be studying all day as well. Not even a podcast or anything going on. But I do have that volunteering event, so I will definitely film after the volunteering event and let you know how it goes. One last thing, I guess, I also forgot to mention how my assist went yesterday, so I'll try to keep this short and sweet because this is a long clip, but basically we did a cleaning for this patient, and then usually when we do cleanings at the dental school, most patients benefit from hand scaling, but also from the piezo or ultrasonic scalers, so they're the ones that like shoot water out. So we used those, and then we worked with one of the faculty to replace the screw in the patient's implant because the crown on top of the implant was a little wobbly. So they believed that the screw had been stripped. So they replaced the screw, torqued it to 30 newtons, and then filled in the composite that they had drilled out with just like normal Filtac packable composite. I didn't realize that you put cotton in there below the composite. I had no idea that was a thing. And they were using chlorhexidine on little cotton rolls as well, cotton balls in there to make sure everything was disinfected and as resistant to any bacteria as possible and super clean. So it was all very interesting. I had a good amount of implant exposure working at the oral surgeon office, but that was obviously the actual implants into the bone, not so much the implant work that a general dentist could be doing. So with the crown, with the screw, the post-operative care years and years after the actual implant is placed. So it was very interesting, but that's kind of how that assist went. All right, so I will talk to you all tomorrow, like I said, after the volunteering event, because that's really the only thing going on tomorrow since I'm just gonna be studying the rest of the day.